Here we go. All right. Everything's good. Let's get right to all right. There we go. Take this over. For this sculpt, I'm not really going off of any concept art. I have an idea in my head. See how close I can get to that idea in my head. So I'm starting off with the upper torso here, and I'm going for kind of like that linebacker type Hulk from the Edward Norton Hulk movie. It's my favorite looking Hulk. So here I'm right now trying to focus on like the basic shapes of the muscles. What's good, Link? I don't know. I don't think I did. Did you message me on Discord, or where did you message me at? Alright, so I'm done with that part, and I'm going for like a really exaggerated like upper torso and arms, and not necessarily small legs, but you know.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.
Legs that are like, you know,
Feel cool. Give it to me, baby.
definitely smaller than you know what I'm talking about, like cartoon characters that like a Johnny Bravo type. His arms are obviously his upper body is way too big for his legs, and yet somehow it still works. And I'm really gonna be quick about it. I'm gonna do my best to try to block out the basic forms as quick as I can. Before I start committing to too much detail, that's what happens. Let me shape this neck area up. And a little bit out, and okay. Shape is there. Before I move on. Comes off that. There. Yeah. So, done with that. Duplicate this on G. This. Okay. Alright. Go mode. Up. I want to give him really triangular, angular shoulders. Really, like not super sharp. No, but you'll see. We'll see. Everything should start coming together as my vision takes hold. And I'm also going to I'm going to change the stroke fall off of my brush to sharp. That'll help me get those shapes that I'm thinking about. Easier. Can't forget my basic. I'm also going to attempt to explore techniques that I've been learning I'm hoping that I can get my vision as I see it, finding it, partaking. The goal of this is to have pretty close to finished character in under 2. This will be upper arm. Let's see what my man says. Discord is messed up. I tried searching for you, but I had no luck. Other ways we can link up. That's pretty much it. I don't on YouTube and whatnot. I'm not. I need to get like. Well. When I get a second, I'll put an email you can reach me with in the comments. But I'll do that after the stream is done. Remind me to do it because I might forget, but I do want it. I'll do that after the stream is done. Right now, I just want to focus on it as much as I can because don't know. I don't know. The link is. I post the link in the description, so I don't know. People have been joining the Discord. You know, they've been trickling in. You know, but people have been joining. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. But maybe I'll look into that as well when I get a chance. That is concerning. Although I haven't had that. I haven't had anyone else tell me that they've had that issue. But again, I don't know. You know, computers, technology, they just. Anyway, so now, trying to get the shape of the arm right. The reason that's important, I'm also going to just going to rotate it. So, arms are better that way. Generally better. Rotate them in. Because arms they're actually at a bit of an angle. Not like, you know, just come straight out of the torso. So let's see. English shape to organize. I like what's happening. I like what's starting to happen. And I'll edit the size of the arms as a whole. Get there. Which would be soon. Well. Good. Yes. Okay, but you don't want to spend too much time. And it doesn't also, you know, it shouldn't be too far away. Focus, just got that shape, duplicate it, and let's mirror this real quick. And what are we pitching? Not great, but not horrible. Okay. Let's move. Oh, haha. You know, I was thinking that my camera feed made me look a little too black. That's because my other light isn't on. There we go. There we go. Still black, but significantly black. Not right now, not at the moment. At least not on every part of it yet. I symmetrize as I go. Not, you know, it's because it's the other side is gonna come together. You know, I don't know. I believe I'm not too concerned with it until time to be. And I don't necessarily know when that is. That's a real arbitrary decision I make on my part, like when I start using symmetry versus when I don't. I start using symmetry, I guess, when my brain tells me that the forms are becoming a little too complex to just be viewed on one side. That's when I'll cut on symmetry. At least that's how I believe. But really, I feel like now. But not having it on, you know, it's one, it helps keep your scene decluttered, so you're not looking at a million things while you're working. And two, because of that, helps you focus, especially on, like, you know, the particular parts that you need to focus on. Let's see here if I can twist this. want to twist it. Get that. So what I'm doing is I grab the pose brush, and now I'm holding control and clicking and dragging, and that's twisting this geometry. Going back to the elastic deform. Back. Now, I don't want for these arms, I actually want to try something that I have never really been too successful with in my own mind, but I know I can do it because I've seen it done. I just have to fully commit to it. I halfway commit to it. I want to give him those like flop hopper type hands, like those Wreck-It Ralph type hands. You feel me? Like where his hands, you know, they don't necessarily. Instead of giving him these type of forearms that kind of go, you know, kind of you see the type of forearm that recedes. I don't want to give him that. I want to give him these types. It's like just part of the rest of the form. But there is no. You hear what I'm saying? There is no slope where the palm is protruding from the forearm. None of that. I'm gonna give him this type of hand right here. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. Let's see how close we can get. Here this over. Let's see. So right now, I want to start with this. I'm going to do my best to map out the whole body, whole base of the and you know the brush that I'm using is the elastic deform. I'm just pushing the forms. I'm not using any like clay brushes or draw brushes right now. That's not really important to me. All the detail that I need to get, I can get with this one brush. And that's another good reason to keep things segmented, so you can do what I just did there. I went after I had go back and focus on the area that I like to see. Segment pieces. First starting out your sculpt. Tackle things one segment at a time. Don't try to sculpt the whole thing at once, because you'll inevitably miss certain areas. You'll pay more attention to one area than you would another. And because you spent so long on that area, you feel like you should be further along, but you neglected the rest of the sculpting. So you look at your overall work, and it seems like you haven't gotten anywhere. Try to work in stages as best you can. working in stages. Thankful. I'm also gonna make his upper torso a bit bigger. Well, bring this part down for sure. For sure. Yeah, I like that. I like what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna grab this and move the top part out. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into object order, bring everything up a smidge. Over the smidging to avoid collision. Alright. Start with the thigh now. This is a good point. No need to worry about symmetry right now. Forms, we are at 22 minutes. Move! Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Don't move so chaotically that you make more mistakes that you have to fix. Don't move so slowly, being too deliberate. With purpose, Magus. We must move with purpose. Lay down a little bit. When you do some anatomy studies, you'll learn what forms look good, and you know what things don't look good. You know what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. Decision making. Something pretty meaty. He's the Hulk. Legs are, at least compared to his arms. 50, G. And I'm gonna move this here. Scope mode. Like that. We need a big knee. I could probably choose different wording, you know what I'm saying? We need a thick, clay-like shin. They wouldn't call this poorly. I don't know what the actual technical term for this part of the body is. I can't believe I don't. I know these are your calf muscles. I know this is your shin bone. But I don't know what this segment is called. I know this is your thigh. I don't know. I guess this is just your lower leg. I think that's all the fair that gets. That's just me being an ignoramus. Know everything. Jimmy Neutron. But I am a boy. No longer. Wait, let's do it. Anyway. Sculpting these legs. Yes, that is exactly. So, your legs are kind of lopsided as well, or at least your lower legs. So there's like a muscle that kind of, like the way your leg angles, it's like kind of flat down here. If you simplify the forms, like it kind of, the forms curve around the leg and loop around. They loop around the lower thigh, and this is just pure like shape language I'm talking about, not necessarily muscles. Because the muscles loop into your the back of your leg and go down like form. It's kind of flat on this particular plane foreleg. Calf region. All right, well, we'll go with that. We're gonna go with calf region. I like that. I like the sound of that. Calf region. Calculate. These parts aren't as sharp as I'd like them to be, but they'll get there. Not too much right now. Future. I have to move this forward just a smidgen. So much to move around, it's hard to isolate. But it's cool. I don't want to stay on it too long. Okay. It hasn't gotten right yet. It hasn't gotten right. My brain just hasn't told me that it's good. Okay. Alright, so we got a couple options here. Either up a smidgen or more than like. Let's go on X this. Good. And that's weird. Let's see how weird that is. In a little bit. Then you might have to use the actual brush to get some shit done. Let's go hide this stuff. All right, this is good. And now let's shift D, duplicate this. Alt G. Grab. I'm gonna way. Hide it. Ooh, here's a good brush in this situation, guys. Check this out. You scroll down here, you'll see the line project. And if you click and drag, you'll see this black shadow. Depending on the direction you drag, the shadow will point in either direction. So if you click and drag from left to right, the shadow will point down. If you drag from right to left, it'll point up. So pointing down, I release it. Boom! You get flatness. Flatness! Yes, baby. Exactly what I need. And baby. Also,
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool.
Very good.
Give
We
it
have
to
chopped
me,
up our foot. We can probably
baby.
chop it.
Yeah.
And you can see you don't actually have to drag completely over the mesh. You can just drag a little line. Interpolate where else it's at. And it's not actually cutting the mesh, it's just flattening the geometry. Slice this right up. Nice. That's a nifty brush. That's NGO. Yeah, I just used sue me. Sue me. Yeah, you won't. Moving this back part out, form the heel over feet. 07. One thing to know is that your heels much narrower than palm of your feet. Heel tapers inward like this, kind of like a bowling pin. Or a cucumber. Sort of like this. I want to offer a promotion of the channel. Let me see what song it was. It was Living Up. That is the name of the song, Living Up. Move the foot back into place, so I gotta move that in place there. Oh, that's fine. And that's not bad. We're gonna give him some toes, because, you know, Hulk usually busts out of his shoes like the Chad king that he is. Hulk doesn't need shoes for wussies. Hulk is Chad. Hulk doesn't need ever. You show me a Hulk with shoes, you have shown me a lie. You've shown me a fib that I refuse to believe. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna make his head now. And like everything else, we're gonna keep it really basic. X-axis mirror war. Don't forget to cut on the mirror war. Also, we need to scale it down. Not that much. Bring that and sculpted. Don't want his head to be that small. Pretty much. I think I'm going to get much bigger than that. Pretty much his head should be about that small. Yeah, compared to the rest of them. Because you know what it does? Having a small head on a large body really sells the fact that that's a large body you got there. Notice how children or child characters or characters that look younger tend to have bigger heads and bigger eyes, whereas older characters will have smaller heads on larger bodies and much narrower eyes. That's because it's a trick. Our heads don't change that much, I don't think, from when we're young. I'm pretty sure our heads don't pop out of our mom's full size, but I don't think, like our cranium does too much stretching and expanding like after like the age of 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure your head is your head after that, and then it just ages. It gets more refined over time. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not certain about any of what I'm just saying. I'm not a doctor, a scientist. not a clinician. I have no papers on any of that whatsoever. Do not take anything law. I'm just making guesses based off of BS that I remember knowing from something I may have. I say that with full honesty. I don't even know. But I do know this: we're sculpting a character. This character is. And I've also been doing a lot of face studies, so this is an opportunity for me to see how close I can get to one of the type of stylized, or one of the types of stylized faces. I have a template. Oh, Joe Matt had a template. That I appropriate, that I utilize, you feel me? But anyway, that's besides that. The point is that the type of head that this character, the eyebrows kind of mold into the nose. Generally, the bridge of the nose from the bridge of the eyebrows is brought in like this, but I'm doing it out like that. Fits this character. So you'll see. You'll see what I'm doing, and then you'll believe it. One, it makes him look animalistic. This is kind of how like tiger heads are. And it's like you're taking that type of bestial form, giving it to the face of the character. It's almost like a reverse. Like instead of using a cat for a face template like anime characters, you're using a tiger. So you're still using a cat, but you're using a ferocious cat, not a cuddly house cat. Different cats, but similar effect. You get a more an exaggerated human form by using animalistic form. Anyway, this looks awful in the front anyway. But that's why you look at it from all angles. That's how we were trained. Either slay or be slain. Okay, I don't know. Guys, where are we at? 38 minutes. 38 minutes for this. A little sad. So we have the face. We have a face for now. I have to make hands. Okay. We have to figure out how to speed run these hands with hand. I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to give it the old college try. Okay. Let's see here. Let's subdivide that. Let's scale that down. Then let's rotate that like so. I guess that's cool. Then we need to make another cube. We'll scale out like so. We'll give this whoopsie daisy cut. I'm gonna do something drastically different than I normally do. I've never seen me do. Desperate times, baby. They call for the measures. Desperation. Scale that down. Grab this edge. Move it up and over like that. I'm going to move this like this. Up, forward. So. Also, right. Whoop. Going to that, and then select all these. Go proportional editing. Up. Go. Then I need there. And subdivide it with that's not bad at all. We have 1, 2. Join those together and mirror that. El Chico. Center. And now we're good. Move that over here. Scale it down a smidgen, a tad bit. Hair's breadth. Trying to be clever, guys. Okay, I'm trying to be clever and working. It's not working. But you know, I wouldn't be an entertainer. I don't really know if this is entertainment. Is it entertainment? I guess I don't know. Putting the parcel up. How cool. I have no idea if this is entertainment. Do you blokes find this entertaining? I mean, I guess you do on some level. Scope mode here real quick. Even that out. Cool. Scale that on the x-axis, make it pinky. Now we need to scale this up one. Ring finger. This up. No, that's the middle finger. Main deck. Oh man. And Hulk, the most masculine. Brawling. Next, select all of these, Control A, Visual Mesh, Scope Mode, I for inflate, just inflate the crap out of this. Okay. Now, I'm gonna hope that's good enough. Inflate that too. Summify it, if you will. And then we select this meaty paw, place it. Rotating it a bit. Okay. I'm thinking the hand should be a bit smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger. That's good. Let's go here. And when should I remind you about your email conversation? Right when I say that I'm about to sign off. Because I'm not done yet. Let's see here. I do remember. Melding these two pieces of geometry to become one. Okay, now, generally speaking, is it? Boom, stick it in there. Here. Okay. I don't know if I want his arms. Active element pad and rotate. Good. So if I do decide to rig him in the future, so close to. That'll be a big help. I'm being brave using the regular grab brush, but I think it's time that we just was using the other brushes like not a crutch, but definitely a crutch because it's softer. It's a little bit less commitment, you know. It's a little bit less committal. The regular grab brush is very committal. Gotta know what you're doing. No, I do. Choosing to believe. He's beginning to. I watched The Matrix the other day. Everybody should watch The Matrix. The Matrix is probably like, it should be required viewing. I think everyone is asleep in The Matrix right now. We're all how jacked up. You watch The Matrix, you'll see how jacked up we are. A beginner's sculpting tutorials. I did sculpted Vegeta a while back in the Blender 2 point somethings. I sculpted did I sculpt Superman? I don't think so. I mean, I have some sculpting videos on my channel, but I'm gonna be real, they're from when I was younger. Anything that you watch nowadays from sculpting. But I haven't put any of it into a tutorial. Most of my beginner tutorials are for modeling because sculpting isn't really a beginner type. You have to understand 3D in general, and you probably should, not probably. In my teacher opinion, you should have a grasp on modeling and UVs and all that before you jump into sculpting. So, in my mind, I consider sculpting intermediate activity, and as such, because I mainly focus on beginner content, I haven't really done a whole lot of beginner tutorials for sculpting. Like, there's some sculpting in those videos, I think, but I'm making a tutorial right now that's gonna have some sculpting in it. It's not gonna be a beginner's tutorial, and the thing is like you can bottleneck yourself trying to find a tutorial that holds your hand during every part of the process. What I've found after I got to a certain point is that I can learn a lot just from watching people do things. And I can make my own decisions based off of what I find looks good and what I think doesn't look good. And I move accordingly. All right, we're an hour in and we have the whole base mesh. I can't believe it. All right, but we're not through yet. Now we're gonna remesh, and we're just gonna focus on one area at a time. 0.0. That's good. So now, my main focus is to carve as much muscle detail as I can, but while keeping it stylized. So I'm not going for full, anatomical accuracy here. But I'm also not trying to make it look goofy. So we'll see how I do. This is with no reference. I did. That's not true. I did look at some reference before the stream started. I totally went on Google and looked at some Incredible Hulk reference. But this is totally like a memory check for me. See how much anatomy I can remember just off the cuff. It's good to do this sometimes, to not be distracted by having to constantly look back and forth at some concept art. Kind of gives you like a not a pure vision, but it frees your hand up so that you're not beholden to something. You can make some mistakes and make some different moves next time you jump in sculpt. I think doing this is valuable. Start my playlist again. I already know how to model in mobile with Maya learning Blender. Yeah, well, modeling is if you want to, learn the modeling parts of Blender, I do have in-depth tutorial series for that. I have one for Sonic, Naruto, Goku, Lucario. I have a few. I actually did Sonic twice, so you have some options. You're looking for a strictly beginner tutorial series for Blender. Gonna remesh this now as well. 101. Oh, I hit remesh. There, okay. Let's use the committal brush, the brush of commitment. Oh man, the brush that all men hate. Okay. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So I'm just carving out the section that will be his abdomen. I like. Whoops. We're not doing that. In fact, now that I just did that, let me save this real quick. Oh yeah. I am not losing this work, baby. Oh. Hulk. Bam, baby. All right. Good. Yeah, I'm not losing this. Not happening. Not to me. Not to me, baby. Not to me, baby. It's happened to me before, and it'll never happen again. Oh my gosh. You maybe you guys do know the pain. What's good, Pop? Good, Pop Star? How you doing? But yeah, y'all might know the pain of doing some good work, some work that you were happy about, and then not saving it, and then some horrible act of fate happens, and your work is gone forever, never to be seen again, never to even be recovered. The depths of despair. Okay, let's just put it like that. It's tough out here for a pimp. I ain't gonna lie. It's tough out here for. Let's put it like that. Tough. We make it through though. Okay. Trying to get some of the shapes right for these muscles in the muscular regions of the body. I know I want this to be segmented, but I know I want this part here to be flat. Also, now it's thunderstorming where I am, so that's fine. Apologies if you can hear the rain, even though I have no control over that whistle. Yeah, you know, have my mic set up and everything. Has to be this way so I can stream. So you might catch a little bit of thunder in the background. Hopefully you don't jump out your seat.
Time to kick it old school.
Pure terror.
So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. I'm Timothy Jones. Okay. And then I'm not gonna make it that part. I'm gonna make it outside. Yes, sir. So some of the rules that I've kind of picked up about anatomy, or at least good-looking anatomy, is it's like muscles have a very predictable flow about them, but you can't make it so rigid that it comes off mechanical. It's like there's a flow to the musculature. Things zigzag in particular ways that once you catch what it is, it's kind of hard to unsee. I'll give you an example. And I shouldn't be doing this because I'm running out. So, some of the flow things I'm talking about, like there's a particular line that you'll see. Why am I not drawing? Oh. There's a particular line that you'll see when like drawing or studying anatomy. This right here. See what I'm talking about? That shape is it's all over the place. It's all over the place. It's here. It's here. Where else is it? It's here. It's in the arms. Like it's like that particular shape can help you define a lot of areas of the body, or that particular line. So it's just some of the things that you learn when you study a little bit of anatomy. You can kind of do certain things to get a certain look. Anyway, it's about time to remesh this as well. Do that in a little bit. I'm going to remesh this, and then I'm going to join those three parts of the torso together. So, not right now. What I'm going to do first, fix this up real quick so that it is correct. There we go. So yeah, so the these are not your lats. These are these your lats? I think these are your lats. Yeah. Because these are your traps up here. So. You want your lats to kind of fold over your leg. That just looks better. So now I'm going to select all three of these, hit Control J, and then I'm going to go back into sculpt mode. Actually, make sure. Yeah. Then I'm going. Make sure. Yeah. Good. Making good time. You could be moving a little faster. I need things to look good. I want it to look right. Go in here, get some work done on the abs real quick. button here. I don't know about that, but I do know. That's right. I'm gonna inflate this down here. So there's different type of ways you can style your muscles if you're not going for total photorealism, which we're not for this project, for this sculpt. And I probably could have done well with doing a preliminary sculpt, but no, I'm him. I'm Timothy Jones. I'm Hemlock Holmes. Him Lee. Him Wukong. Preparation is for Batman. While I put mad respect on Batman's name. I'm a different kind of boss. Different kind. That down there, and then we drag the slashes. Perfect. Slash all the way across. Slash. Slash. I think these are your obliques. I think that's the name of these muscles. Pretty sure. Fairly certain. Man, I didn't know this was going to be a vocabulary lesson for me too, like a memory test to see if I remember all my muscle terms. Because it's definitely tough. There, flatten this out here. Flatten this. And I'm doing this because it was, it's a little bumpy when you initially do it, but flatten it out. Go over it a few times with your brush. And it'll even out and profile. Although these particular muscles, you could just leave them as hints too, and they still look kind of good. It's just it's the whole. He has all of his muscles flared out. Possible. But we could stretch it out to make it even bigger of an area. I'm just clicking over it with the smooth brush a couple times. Okay. Got the big muscles. Alright, now I'm going to give him some color real quick. I can see him be green and feel better about myself. I need to see green right now. Need it. Don't ask me. Don't bother me about it. Need it in my life. Need the green, baby. Alright, good. Now I'm going to grab all the pieces of the hand, like this, Control L. Here it is, baby. That part's done. We need to do the legs. My leg? Let's go remesh this, 0.01. Bam. 0.5. Do you know of Bruce Timm? Yes. That name is very familiar to me. I can't. What is his line of work again? I can't remember. The name Bruce Timm is familiar to me. I just can't think of what he does right off the top of my head. But I know that name. I know that name. I know that name. I've heard that name so many different times. I just can't remember what it's associated with. Help me. What's good, Ratu? Ratu! I'm sorry. Shit. Going through and oh, you know what? It's probably because scale on this. A bit too thick. See here. Yeah, I think this is significantly less thick. Alright, so yeah, we're just going through and I'm not trying to be, again, not trying to be super anatomically correct about all of the exact forms of the muscles. I'm just trying to be exact enough to get the look I'm going for. If my drift is catchable, if you can reach for and grasp that drift. If you could firmly grasp that drift. Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. Those who know. Those who don't, I feel bad. Either you're not old enough or your childhood was trash. Either one, I feel sorry for you. Either way, I do feel sorry. Firmly grasp it. Oh man, SpongeBob used to be hilarious, guys. That show used to be priceless. That show in particular definitely outlived itself. SpongeBob should have been over. Like The Simpsons and Family Guy. All of that should have been over. Then saw the last episode of that, but money, it makes too much money. Makes way too much money. So here's what we're gonna do with this whole thing, actually. I'm gonna scale everything down. I'm going to scale it down like so. Watch this. I'll apply the scale, and then when I go through remesh things, it shouldn't be, haha. Now, this. A lot less taxing on the machine. I can already feel it slowing down, forgiving me for my previous egregious mistake. Because basically, if your model's too big, when you hit remesh on certain levels, it'll make your mesh a bit more dense than you thought it would be. So if you scale down your mesh, or lower your detail size, you should fix that particular issue. Okay, how much time? What else do we need to do? We can resize. Take some of this, move it back a little bit. Back. Start. Back muscles. Drop that in there. Oops. Roll one. Right. So there's two parts where it face off. First here. And we get above. Let me get this. These muscles. We get those muscles. And then bring this down. And this down, and then we chop it. Karate chop. Right there. That. There we go. Okay. That's good. Of course that was good. We're not gonna do any more work. This not so good yet. Speed, 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 run, speed. Go. That's fine. Move this part here. Not so egregious. No. Increase the brush size, lightly smooth out these regions, lightly. Next one. Cut into that, cut into that, and cut into too much there. Place that there. And very good. G, F, move this stuff back. Okay. I want to be more specific about the shape that I'm making here as well. But I fiddle with it too long. Fiddle with it too long. So I won't do that. I'm gonna be happy and help with my legs. Sucker. I'm happy now. That's really all. No, that's disgusting. Disgusting. I'm not happy. I thought I was happy, but I'm not. That's fine. Sounded weird. Big pause. We're just gonna change our situation. There we go. Soften that up. And you'll have this selected. Chop it down. Come in here. Bing. Boom. Pow. Go. Sharpen those areas up. Sharpen that. Bring this out just a little bit. I think I want the plastic to form. Up, out. Bring this section down. And that's good. I'm going to now apply this modifier, Control J, and remesh this. Bam. Why am I so quick to remesh this? Because I refuse leave this tutorial and have people asking questions on if I actually sculpted the Hulk. And just give me 1 second. I'm going to Hulkify this guy real quick, and then we will know for sure that I did it. Because, you see, the thing is about characters and character design in general is that you can draw, you can sculpt a muscular character, but what makes the Hulk, right? Like, what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man? His big, white, triangular eyes. And his costume, a lot of heroes have blue and red, but it's really those eyes. Those eyes are what give Spider-Man that, and of course the spider symbol on the costume. But it's really the eyes. That's the first thing you think about when you think about when you think of Batman. Okay, you think about the cowl, the sharp, pointy ears he has. One, they look super cool, and two, they're a very memorable aspect of his character design. Right. So when you think about Hulk, right, you got a big, muscular, buff guy, right? He has all the muscles you dreamed of having. Okay, but there's so many characters. There are so many characters that are big and muscular. Okay, there's just so many. So what would make Hulk unique amongst the muscular characters? Well, I'll tell you. It's his pants, or his lack of pants thereof. It's because every time Hulk hulks out, he sheds the lower layer of his pants, making him now wearing shorts, usually. And those shorts are what tell you that you're looking at the Incredible Hulk. If you're looking at shorts that are ripped up, probably like from this area right here, right above the knee, you're looking at the Incredible Hulk. Absolutely. That is how you know what you're looking at. Because if I just made a buff guy, colored him green, I mean, sure, you could say, oh, I guess that's supposed to be the Hulk, but come on. That's whack, and we all know it. I'll know it. I know it just like you know it. I know the truth just like you know the truth, blokes. Right? And so, knowing the truth, what are we going to do about it? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to give this guy some mighty shorts. And they're going to be the best rib shorts you've ever seen. They can't have any belt in them because, well, there is no belt that can contain the Hulk in his bulk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to mask extract, bada bing, bada boom. Okay. We got some beautiful stuff going on here. Now we go to sculpt mode. All I need to do is get the inflate brush and click. Clicking, 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 clicking. Okay, very good. Now that I have that, I can actually increase the thickness on the inside. See how thick it gets. Very, very good. We want it to be very thick. And now we're going to smooth out the border. Oh shit! Yes, thank you. I see your messages. I'm saving. I saved it. I saved it. Saved it. Saved it. Thank you for reminding me. I saved it. I saved it. Second up. But yeah, thank you so much for reminding me. And then I would be truly sad. Something happened. God, God forbid. So now I'm just going through softening the border of our shorts. Our shorty McShort shorts. And the muscles show through the shorts because he's the Hulk. That's how that works. If you really want to know the answer, look up Zach Kirby. He designed a lot of these characters. Yeah, I know that. I know like some of the lore attached to the characters, but I'm saying like some of their design philosophies, as far as like making memorable characters, carry through. The thing that is memorable about the Hulk is that he's a guy that like rips out of his clothes, and remnants of his clothes are still on his body when he's transformed. I know Hulk was originally gray, but I think that's because they didn't have the appropriate amount of color. They changed it as soon as they could. But then later on, Gray Hulk became his own aspect of Bruce Banner's psyche. Like they like after the original introduction of Hulk, they really went ham into the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde metaphor with him having multiple personality disorder. Pretty extremely, in the sense that he has literally multiple personalities. Great Hulk being one of them, which I actually think is pretty cool. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's actually fire. I think that's actually a really cool concept they did there. Okay, we're good. Good with that. So now I'm going to apply that because you need to. And then we need to remesh this, remesh this, remesh this. And I'm with the snake hook brush now because that is the brush to salvation for this particular part of the task. We are adding the rips to the pants of the Hulk. We're ripping them to shreds. No, not shreds, but we are ripping them up. And I'm just using the snake hook brush to kind of click and drag some rips. Some hair from him transforming out of his clothing. That's why they make brushes like this. This is the most useful I've seen the snake hook brush be in a minute. I haven't sculpted creatures. I should sculpt some more. I might make that my next session because I draw creatures sometimes. Like I like drawing dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are cool. Not as great as dragons, but they're close. They're close. They actually exist. I can just in my brain put dragons. Dinosaurs are basically dragons. Yeah, extinct, but they were. So that's our stuff. That's how I let my childhood live on in my adultness. Is like, oh no, dragons are real. They're just they were just dinosaurs that died. Humans never met them. Obviously, they probably just encountered some like skeletal remains and called them dragons or something like that. But you know, some people think that humans walk with dinosaurs. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. That seems a bit much. That's a bit of a. But they were real. Dinosaurs were indeed real, and they were the greatest things that ever happened to the planet. Still, space took them from us. No more dinosaurs. Space saw fit to destroy the wondrous, beautiful reptiles they were. All right. Oh, right. There should be rips coming out of there, too. Well, we don't need mirror for that. I'll just get to rip. There we go. Too bad. Rip. 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 Gotta make it look like he's tearing out of his clothes. Tearing out of control. What's good? I that animator. How you doing, cuz? Brother? Oh, I'll do it again. Do it again. There we go. That looks like some ripped up pants. And we can't, pay too much attention. However, I will remesh this to 0.07. No, 0.007. Now I'm going to add some creases. We're gonna need that. Now, actually, crease this bottom part up here. That was once his belt line. Right off now. Cut down here. Go. Up. Bam. Back to the slicer. Back to the slice and dicer. Okay. No one's gonna see down there. No one will ever see it. So do need to cut back on the x-axis mirror war. Reckon. Crease in there. Good. Another crease in here. Would be pocket. Cut into boom. Another crease. And out. Out. Don't play with me. Gonna go back in here, start slicing this up some more. Gonna grab the inflate brush, go over this, inflating it, as you do, the inflate brush, as one does, inflating with the inflate brush. And what it basically just brings the creases together, not because it inflates the faces along their normals. And if you have two normals facing each other, they're going, when you inflate them, they're going to move closer to. That's why. Anyway, we're good. We're good. So at least motherfuckers know that this is the Hulk. At least they know it's the Hulk. I'm going to blue these pants. Dark blue them. Good. Let's just go see. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna change this to shadow cavity on it, and read both. That looks good. For this part here, just gonna bring this down. I might ultimately like that. Now it's time. Actually, I'm not gonna read. I'm going to apply the mirror, join it, and now there's a super loud motorcyclist, I'm assuming? I am so sorry. The litany of sounds happening. And yet, I'm going to get that plane brush again. That's the wrong way, but this is the right way. Slice that. Slice that. That's slice two. Almost as good as the gum. Okay. Clay. Clay strips. C. I'm so glad they changed C from clay to clay strips because clay strips is so much more. It's so much more. You and me both, sister. Brother. Fam a lot. Okay. You and me both. I want to be rich too. I want to have all the money ever. Why? So I don't have to do anything ever. I can just sit on my ass, be lazy. Fuck. But no, no. If I had some money, I would definitely. I have some plans. I have plans, not necessarily for world domination, but I definitely have plans. And a large lump sum of money would definitely go a long. Jeez. But until we work our way there, we're content where we are. Honestly, I have most things that I want or need. Really not wanting for anything. Extra money would just be gratuitous. And it's not like I'm rich either. I'm not. I'm not close to rich. I'm just cool. I don't need a whole lot. I'm just good. I don't need. Happy with my. There's only one thing that could elevate my life anymore, but what it is. It is what it is for sure. All right. So now, same thing with this. Control J, remesh. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a story. Forget about it. Okay. Got this part right here. Do want to button up. Temperature. Too bad. You don't want to be indebted to the church, all right? Especially not for mucking up their money. You definitely don't want to muck up the church's money, all right? Create a video game, Crimpy. Make a what the? Okay, I see you going kind of ham. All right, hey, we all have our dreams, and I would say don't let your dreams be dreams. I'm pretty sure yesterday you said tomorrow, so like just do it. Yeah. Control A, Control J. Remesh, baby. Remesh, baby. Should be much worse. Not that bad at all. Though I could do better. I could always do better. This is pretty good. I didn't get any of the face done in an hour and a half at all, but I did get the body decently good. I got the arms. Got most of this done. Faces do take a yeah, it's about time to read this. Certain rules for faces that I try to follow. And I'm gonna see how quickly I can come up with a decent looking face with the time we have. I'm only gonna go for another 25 minutes or so. And I know I have to message you still, third person. Not message you, but put the thing in the description. So I'm just making that area I told you about. He needs more room for his forehead. For sure. For sure. For sure. Working the and the thing is you need to be mindful of the planes of the face, how the planes can change. And once you're aware of that, you should be able to pretty quickly, kind of like concept a face. But it requires practice. You got to do it a few times, more than a few times. Fail over and over again, over and 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 over. So we're just making the bridge of the nose now. Dragging some of these faces in. And a lot of these tricks I picked up from watching YouTube and doing my own like shape studies, like drawing faces and then seeing what basic shapes I could glean from them, so that when I went to make another face, I could focus on those areas and replicate them a bit better. Study. I'm going to remesh this face again. I'm going to do 0.005. Now I'm going to start mapping in some of these features. Oops, did it remesh? Did it? I'll do 0.001 then. Okay. There's a lot of geo, but this is what I need. It's what I need. Trust me. So right now, going through and I'm defining, solidly defining the planes of the face. So I know where to cut certain things off and where to keep certain forms going. Cut into that. Here's a little bit. Move this transition here. Okay, that's smooth transition. Make sure the cheeks stay there. Draw another line here, so because you know how how the Hulk looks. I don't have to tell you blokes how the Hulk looks. Everyone knows what the Incredible Hulk looks like. And that's the other thing. Doing characters that are so well known, everyone knows what they look like. So if you get them wrong, everyone knows you got it wrong. Like it's very obvious that you fudged up somewhere. It's very obvious somewhere something went horribly wrong. Because everyone knows what you're trying to do. Everyone knows. And they might not be able to replicate it themselves, but they know what it's not supposed to look like. You know, like everyone that talked, stuff about that Sonic model that came out for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We all know that none of those people could even dream of making a Sonic the Hedgehog model even half as sophisticated. But the model was hideous. It looked horrible. And that's not what Sonic looks like. And everyone and their mom knows it. That's why they had to change that horrible looking crap. Because they did it, they fudged up. That thing did not look like Sonic the Hedgehog at all. That was a freaking alien freakazoid government experiment type thing. Like that's what that was. That was not Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. What they did eventually give us Sonic the Hedgehog because they made him look like Sonic the Hedgehog. But what we were gonna get, Christ. All right, now that thing was not Sonic, and the movie probably would have tanked off of that alone. Like if we're being real. So I say all that to say, you got to make your characters look. Everyone knows what your character looks like if you're doing a well-known character. So if you make it look wrong, everyone knows that it looks wrong. Everyone knows. Be mindful of that. Another thing we can do for this part of lip here is just I can pinch it. And the top lip, man, meh, meh, meh. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do for the top lip. I'll drag it across like so. Do that. Smooth it. Smooth along these here. Nope. Smoothed it a little too much. I wonder if it was the same person who came up with the new model of Sonic. No, it was one of the guys that used to draw for the Archie comics, actually. He designed the official look for the Sonic movie. Or if he didn't design it himself, he at least oversaw the design. I don't know what their exact process was, but I do know he was involved. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for a few minutes. With just starting the face, that's not bad at all. That's not hideous at all. I definitely expected to come out disliking more things about this than I like, but I'm actually not too dishappy with. I'm not too dissatisfied with this at all. I'm actually pretty satisfied. I might not get the whole sculpt done in an hour and a half, which has already been passed, as I can clearly see on my recording thingamabobber. But this is good time. I think this is good time. Yo, go crazy. You got crazy skills. New to Blender and sculpting. Oh yeah, it's well, and I'm still trying to improve myself, so it's just it's a journey, man. One step at a time, one sculpt at a time. We all get better. We keep practicing. The thing is, if you don't practice, you'll lose it. You can put a lot of work in too and get far in your studies. But as soon as you stop practicing, it's over. Now, you can't get to a point where stuff is ingrained to you. So when you come back, you won't necessarily be as bad as if you hadn't done it at all. Uh, like I guess a good analogy for me is Dragon Ball. I play Dragon Ball Fighter Z a lot, and I'm really good at that game. I'm really good at that game. It takes a special individual to be able to mess with me in that game. Like you really have to know what you're doing to play me. And that's just because I play the same characters. I haven't switched my team at all. So I've been playing the exact same three characters for years. Okay, I've jumped to a few other characters, but I've played the same team for since the game came out, basically. So I'm very confident in what I know, what I can do in the game, and so I basically just have my game plan and run it. Just run it. You know what I'm saying? If someone is good enough to get over my game plan, then I just try to adjust it as best I can. Uh, until I can get a win. But that's from practice. That's from certified practice. Literally hours of sitting in front of the TV trying to figure out these stupid ass combos for video games. You know. But once I did that, like once I went from like a noob in fighting games to being able to fight people that go into tournaments and not being completely crushed by them, you know what I'm saying? Once I went from that to that, I learned that I could pretty much do anything. As long as I put my mind to it, I can do anything. I can do anything, and so can you. You just gotta sit down for a second and put your mind to it. Literally, like it sounds uh, cliche, but that's the literal truth. Often the simplest answer is the correct one. Often, often, not every time, but often. You just do more work and you'll get better results than those who don't do as much work. It's actually a pretty simple question. Reintroduce the anger lines back in here because they got removed, unfortunately. I'm also gonna give him some lines up here. We're probably in the no, we're not there yet. Okay, so now I need to make his eyeball. It shouldn't take too long. What I'm going to do first, Shift A, I'm going to add a UV sphere. I'm going to rotate this UV sphere in edit mode by 90 degrees. I'm going to Shift D, duplicate this in object mode, go back into edit mode, Alt S to scale it out along the normals. I am then going to rotate this 90 degrees. I'm going to grab a vertex down there, delete it, grab the rest of that rocket down there, and delete it as well. Grab this top lid, rotate it a little bit, about 45 degrees or so. And then I'm going to Shift D, duplicate it, rotate this all the way around, about 20 degrees. There, now we have eyeball. I'm going to scale this top part, yet again. Then I'm going to select this part and this part, hit Q, because I have hard ops, a modifier that you definitely need to purchase. I'm going to hit solidify. Swell. The eyelids, solid, solidified eyelids. Now, I'll test to rotate this a little. Now that that is settled and done, over, get it down a little bit, it up, over on the x-axis, down. Don't want the eyes to be too large. Bring it in. And now we shape the face around its eye. W, shade smooth. This time we're going over these. Control A, visual geometry to mesh. We're not going to apply anything just yet. We are going. Mode. The goal is to bring this region of eyes in. There we go. That's what. Now, that's good. Now we can select these two here. First, yeah, let's Alt X this, mirror that as well. Then we Control A, visual geometry, mesh, Control A, sculpt mode, remesh. And I might actually make it detail size smaller after do what I need to do. So smooth this part out a bit, not too much, not too much. Whoopsie daisy. And smoothing, we're just smoothing. It's too smooth. Smooth that bottom part. Okay, there we go. Bam, bada bang, bada boom, bada pow. All right. Let's add some materials to this. Actually, that's good. We're at the material. Let's go to texture paint. And we will add a new slot. Base color. Base color. We'll make the eyes. Don't give away E. Right. Okay. Nice. I think Hulk generally has red eyes. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm giving it red eye. You can't stop me. Let's make him darker. And let's change the fall off to constant. Oh. Oh. Black. Hulk. Now there's only there's there we go. Thick. Now eyebrows. Let's make a plane. Rotate it 90 degrees. So at a time. And sometimes Hulk is bald. Usually he has hair though, but So I'm gonna make these eyebrows thinner on this side, wider on this. Few different cuts here. There we go. Nice. Going to solidify this and Alt X, shade smooth, visual geometry mesh, Control A, location, scope mode, remesh this 0.01. Or how about I remesh it to X-axis mirror, we need that turned on. Gonna get the snake oil brush for this. We're gonna give him some dragging parts of the eyebrows out. And go move some of this down a little bit. Actually, it looks cool. And now let's grab this down. And let's grab top section. Down a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Just a wee little bit. A wee little bit, lass. Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna give this slightly darker green. Not black hair. He doesn't have black hair. Dark green. But he needs to look more angry. He looks too neutral faced for the Hulk. You know. You know. There should be more pure, unadulterated rage. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody stole his lunch money. Just he's very mad. Very mad. I mean, who the hell steals Hulk's lunch money and thinks that they're going to get away with it alive? Never a good idea. We'll kill you for that. Nice shit. Hulk's mad. Be brutal. Have fun. Still not quite angry enough. He could be even angrier. He could be even angrier. Then we can grab these brows. That down. Nice. Then something else that'll help sell it. Let's bring this corners of his nose up a little bit. Let's bring his mouth up. We'll kind of sell it a bit more that he's not happy. Then we'll shade this smooth. We'll actually smooth it out a little bit. So for the arms, before I call it, I want to. Damn it, went over 2 hours. But I mean, I basically got the whole character minus his toes. We're not gonna get. I might come back and finish this model in a different stream, and like pose it and whatnot, because I'm actually not disgusted with this. I thought I would feel a lot worse about it because I had, like I said, I didn't. I'm usually I have reference that I'm going off of to try to make it look exactly like the reference. But this, I was just freestyling, just real, spitballing. Didn't really have a plan going in. I just wanted to see what I could do, and I am not too dissatisfied with it. Actually, quite happy. At least in a couple of hours, this isn't bad. I don't think. Maybe. But it could be better, of course. Of course, I need more practice. More practice with finding better shorthands for creating certain muscle groups. That alone would help me move a bit faster. At least in sculpting, I do have shorthands for creating muscle groups when drawing. That's a whole other thing entirely. Some could say here. No, it's not. None of this is easy. That's it. Anybody tell you it's well, it's easy once you're used to it. Once you've done it a few times. But until then, it's all right. Slicing up some of those muscles. A nice shallow cut, right? Nice little cut there. That's solidified in there. Make sure that the trapezius muscles have a place inside the deltoidular structure. I didn't use real English there, but that doesn't matter. All right? It doesn't matter. It never did. It never mattered. He has no neck, and I'm cool with that. Hulk doesn't deserve a neck. Okay? If he gets all the muscles that I can only dream about, then I get the neck that he used to have. Okay. That's how that's gonna work. He gets all the muscles, I get the neck. Hulk gets no neck. He doesn't deserve a neck. He deserves trap muscles and nothing more. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. He doesn't have any ears though. That's what's making his face look extra. I'm gonna give him some ears real quick. That's definitely the best. Guy needs ears. Guy needs ears are important. And I'm actually going to go to 0.005. It's reducing it. But I got the shapes I want now. So it's good. Whoa! 0.005. That low? 0.0025. How about that? Be nice to me. We got it. We got it! That's a wrap. Working on the profile a little bit here. Just a little bit. Kind of reshape the eyes a little bit as well. Probably bring the mouth up a little bit more. At least the corners up. Okay. Ears, 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 ears. These aren't going to be good looking ears. They're going to be acceptable ears. Now I see, I feel my energy draining. My creative juices waning. Means it's almost time. Almost. Not quite. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Good. Here we go. And then I'm going to remesh it again. And let's get the strips. Carve out there. Build up some of this. Build up some of this. More carving in here. Now I'm gonna carve all the way into the center of the oh, back to this brush. That's remesh. No! Hold up, guys. Hold up. A disaster has occurred, but I'm not too afraid. Blender's been pretty decent about saving my backup files. Blender's opening again, just give it a second. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Did I hope? Come on, Blender. Music has been off for a minute and I totally forgot. Alright, Blender, you have returned to me. Recover. Alright. We don't have our ears, but that's fine. Oh man, I gotta make my eye texture again too. But all of my other changes. I'll call it for tonight because I started the ears and I messed it up. No, that's a problem. We're not defeated. I'm not defeated just. Try this again. Cool thing about sculpt mode, once you click on a certain area to start sculpting, if you hit the period on the number pad, it'll center right to where your last click was. Pretty convenient. Pretty convenient indeed. And then remesh it again. This time to save it. And make some cool changes that I know I made previously, but got wiped out because of my competence. Due to my incompetency on it. I might finish different time, different date. Oh no, I'm gonna save it again. Try again, do some of that carving into the thing. Do some carving like a carpenter, I guess. Carve that out. Wow. You guys ever like see like notice your willpower draining? Or does it get to a point where you're like, okay, it's about that time. I'll stop as soon as my ego allows me. As soon as my ego tells me it's time to stop, which is soon. As soon as I'm done with this ear. This ear is the last thing. Not a bad ear. Not a bad ear at all. And that's my texture, so I'm gonna put this back on here. This
Well,
white.
folks, it's time to kick it old school.
And then
So you can feel cool.
red,
Give it to me, baby.
constant,
Baby. Yeah.
black. And we're good. Okay, so let's fade smooth everything. This head might be a little too big. All right. That is Incredible Hulk. Let me do the thing. Okay. If for some reason I'm trying to think. Honestly, if I were you, I would just make another Facebook. Like, if you really want to get in contact with me, I would just make another Facebook and find me on Facebook. Just make another one. I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't feel comfortable putting my email on the internet. I didn't realize, you know, I get that. Fuck it. I'll just put it in here. Let's put it in here. Let's put it in here, buddy. That's my email. If I say any spam, I'm just gonna block it, you know. But business, serious inquiries only. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be messaging me. I'm not gonna respond. You know, hit me up on Discord for messaging and stuff. Regardless, this is not a perfect sculpt. We have a lot more work to do. I didn't have a vision coming in, but for not having any solidified vision, this isn't complete garbage. Okay, this is. If I had sketched something out, it probably looked a bit better. But I don't think it looks too bad. Of course, it could be better. Maybe the eyes could be a bit narrower, but you know, maybe the shoulders could be reworked a little bit. Like, the thing is that technically the muscles in the shoulder go into the deltoid like that, or into your into the pectorals like this. They do kind of fold in, but they're also their own muscles. So it's a bit tricky. You gotta get it. You gotta get it like just right. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, I think we did an acceptable job. Like I said, it could be better. You know, definitely with like anatomy reference and all that. Like, I was guessing with everything, but I was giving myself excuses now. I think this is good. I think, you know, for a little practice 2-hour thing, it's not bad. Definitely looks a little, you know, amateurish, but you know, again, it's just kind of going off the cuff. So, you know, I hope you could learn something from this. You know, just, you know, watching me fiddle about trying to get something that looks halfway good. But yeah, that's me sculpting the Hulk in Blender. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, learned something, and I'll chat with you guys later.